of bus queues on St. Giles, she took the quieter route of Parks Road. Usually she cycled to work, but this morning, on top of the shock of opening Seb's card, she had found her bicycle had a puncture. Fixing the puncture was another job to add to the growing list of things she had to do. Mostly, they were things she kept putting off because she couldn't be bothered to deal with them, such as changing 2 of the halogen light bulbs in the kitchen that hadn't worked for the last month, or getting a handyman in to replace the cracked window pane in her bathroom. The guttering also needed clearing, and that tap in the bathroom was dripping too. At the back of her mind was the thought that if she waited until everything that was going to go wrong went wrong, she'd get someone in to sort it all out in one go. "For heaven's sake, Floriana," her sister would say, "stop procrastinating." Doubtless Anne would add that they were all simple jobs anyone with half a brain could do for themselves, and why on earth didn't she roll her sleeves up and get on with it? 4 years older than Floriana, Anne never put anything off. She was the last word in getting things done. She was what the world would class as a proper grown-up. Wife, mother, domestic technician, and workplace Hitler. She was eminently sensible and led a thoroughly organised and blameless life, and never missed an opportunity to make Floriana feel that she had somehow messed up, even when she hadn't. Her every comment, so it seemed, was weighted with the sole intention to make Floriana feel inadequate and recklessly irresponsible. And though it was true there had been times when her impulsive nature had got her into a close shave or two, she had, it had to be said, always escaped actual, outright disaster. Most notably was the occasion in her first year at college here in Oxford, when she spent a night in a police cell. She had thought she'd been successful in keeping it from Mum and Dad, but then a letter for her had arrived at home with the words Thames Valley Police stamped on the envelope. Anne had gone to town on making a ludicrously big fuss as to why Floriana was receiving letters from the police. "Just the one letter," Floriana had retaliated, "which I might add is none of your business." Poor Mum and Dad had been mortified when Floriana had confessed to a lark that had got a bit out of hand. "It won't be in the newspapers, will it?" Mum had asked, with a trembly catch in her voice. "Of course not, Mum," Floriana had assured her while crossing her fingers. "As misdemeanours go, this is very small potatoes, and will be of no interest to anyone. And you won't be busticated." "It's rusticated, Mum. And no, the college won't do that to me." Again her fingers had been tightly crossed. As luck would have it, both she and Seb, her partner in crime, had been let off with nothing more than a warning. The principal of Floriana's college had said, "I'm sure you don't need me to point out the error of your ways," and had gone on to do exactly that, detailing the folly of their drunken caper, that of scaling a wall to peer inside the building, the other side of it, a building where, and unknown to them, animal research took place, which made it perhaps one of the most highly sensitive and well-guarded buildings in Oxford. The second they were atop the wall, security lights had flashed on and they'd been deafened by a siren blaring. Before they'd had a chance to scramble down, a police car had appeared, and they were taken to the police station. The following morning, and after their college rooms had been searched and their laptops and mobiles thoroughly scrutinised for any animal rights activity, they were told they wouldn't be charged and were sent on their shamefaced and chastened way. Floriana was 31 years old now, but Anne wouldn't hesitate to raise the incident as an example of her willful nature always to do the wrong thing. But compared to Anne, anyone would look reckless and irresponsible. And that was Anne without an E. Giselle Anne Day had never forgiven their mother for giving them the names she had, names that would make them stand out as being different. Just as soon as she was old enough, having had enough of being teased